Hi folks, just before today's video, just a quick mention of my new book. This is Watercolour Painting Made Simple. This is volume 2. It's a whole series of simple step-by-step photographic guides. Just taking you through each painting step by step. You can, it's in softback, hardback, Kindle version. Just follow the links in the description or just search Amazon for Stephen Cronin. You'll see it on there. So that's my new book. Thanks for watching, and let's dive into today's painting. Hi everyone, and welcome to another painting demo with myself, Stephen Cronin. I've painted this one before, but I've just fancied another go at it. I've used the reference photo of Sutton Park, so let me show you the reference photograph that I've used. So it's a simple little scene. Got a nice path here, walking all the way right into the distance. You see some distant trees and hills right in the background. Lots of foliage and trees to have a go at. So let me show you the materials that I've used for this one. So the colours I used were ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, not alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. So just the 6. And the brushes, got a large Ron Ransonache, number 3 rigger brush, and then just a little rigger brush I use for tiny little figures and things like that. I'm going to have a little bit of water, not too much. Getting on a bit of raw sienna. Something like so. Clean the brush, then a little bit of ultramarine, and just see a little bit of the sky between the trees. Something like that. Bit of sky there as well. Right, and raw sienna, quite a dry brush now to compensate for the water that's already on the paper. This is the most distant trees I can see in the picture. Raw sienna, ultramarine, and right in the distance. I'm just putting them just underneath that bit there, just so that it stands out. Little flick, those distant ones. And behind those I'm going to add a bit of ultramarine. A lot of this will be covered by those trees, but I'm just going to pop it in. Then move it over to the left hand side. We've got one slightly stronger one there. And then coming in further forward, right up there, just making it side to side, like almost like a what you call them, firs, Christmas trees. I can't remember what you call them there. This one I'm going to do a little bit higher. Clean the brush. I'm giving some light red, bit of burnt umber, pushing that right up there, a bit more on this side as well. Bit of blue in there. Just to darken it a little bit. About there. A bit of green up there. And this will be where the path starts up there. Brushing this in, what I'll do, I'll come to some trees in a minute. Oh, a bit of brown in there, a bit of blue just to darken it a little bit. goes up there. That's gonna, something like that. That's got the basic elements to the scene in. What I'm going to do, quick dry. Make sure the paper's flat against the board, and I'll start doing these trees on the right hand side. There's quite a few of them, but I just wanted to get everything in place first. Right then. So let's see, let's go at it with the rigger first. Get a few with the rigger. So I want a bit of brown, plenty of water, a bit of brown, a bit of blue. And these are going all over. Put some foliage on in a minute, just get some main, these are the most distant ones first, then I'll put in some slightly bigger ones, slightly closer, slightly broader strokes. First, let's get these ones in. Including a little bit of foliage, so I'm just going to clean the brush. Just go with a little bit of yellow in there. Right then, now in front of those, some bigger trees, so back to the rigger brush, number 3 rigger, brown, blue, and this time I'm going on. Let's see what I might do first. Give that a quick dry. Now I've got the rigger brush, number 3 rigger. I'm going to start with a twisty bendy one there. I'm pressing down on the paper to get that broader stroke. And you see it's also nice and dark, so you can see how it's pushing those ones in the background further and further back. So we've got the main skeleton in, and I'll just sort of flick off a few little branches here and there. Get that base in a little bit stronger. Then on to the next one. We've got a big thick one here, pushing right the way down just to get the broadest stroke that I possibly can. A few little twigs and things coming off there. A bit of foliage on them in a minute. See how these are sort of silhouetting against that. The sky in the background. There's another one there, not quite as thick, so I'm not pressing quite as far down as for the last one. There's one over here, and that sort of goes round there and just up there like that. Quite a thin one, that one. Few little things. Right, let's put some foliage on these. These ones are going to do darker, so I'm going brown, yellow, and a bit of blue, a little bit of Payne's grey in there as well. And these ones. don't want to paint over everything I've done. Right then, let's strengthen that the bracket underneath the tree. So I'm going back into the light red, burnt umber. Bit of blue in there as well, a bit of variation on it. Load of grasses and things flicking off. Clean the brush. It's a bit of lemon yellow. Bring on this here. I put them on a little bit wetter than I was intending actually. A bit wetter than I wanted. A little bit more over there as well. Clean the brush again. Let's get back to a. All this, there's too much wet on the palette. Just getting rid of all the water. Get it a bit drier. Brown for the muddy bits. Just get that path in again. And just softening those edges, just blending it all into the path. Just popping a few more grasses and things in, choosing a plastic card. I'm tempted to scrape a few rocks in, but I'm not going to. I'm going to resist it, I think. Let it keep dry. Actually, let's just make sure it's flat first. Oops. Quick dry. Back to the rigger brush. I'm going to flick a few grasses in with this brush as well, I think. Brown, blue. Over here. some shadows in. So for a shadow mix, I'm just going brown, red and blue. Mix them all together. And a sort of bluey grey colour. Now, it's quite a dull day in the photograph, so there's no shadow, so I'm just going to make them up. So, I'm just going to pick out these trees. I'm just going to sort of just do something like that, cut straight across. That one. That one. Like all the foliage in the trees, shadows from there. And, going on around there. Quick dry. Just want to strengthen some of these grasses again, so I'm back to the rigger brush. So I've painted over some of them with the shadows. I'm just going to pop a few here in the foreground. And a few over here. Right, let's switch to the little rigger brush. I'm going to pop. There's no figure in the reference photograph, but I'm going to stick one. Right up here. So. Shadows, same direction as the others. Little bird in the sky, and I think I'm going to call that one finished. So all that's left to do now, I'm just going to stick my name in the corner, and I'm going to call that one done. So let's stick a mount on this and see what it looks like. So here's the finished painting in the mount. So if we go and have a closer look, we've actually compared to the photograph. So I've not changed too much from the composition. Everything's pretty much in the same place. It was a very simple sky, a bit of raw sienna and ultramarine. Got our little bird up there. And then these distant trees there, using the same colours just to push them right back. See a few more trees there, right in the distance. And then as we come forward, paint's gone a little bit stronger, introduced a bit of lemon yellow, and then you can see these foreground trees put in really dark, burnt umber, ultramarine, press right down with the rigger brush to get a nice broad stroke and tuck them right away at the top of the picture. And then around the bases there, amongst all the bracken, the light red, burnt umber, so we've started casting our shadows. Imagine the light's coming from this direction and the shadows cutting straight across the path there into the foreground. So you can see, try to vary it a little bit. It's got the reds and the browns there, sort of lemon yellow, a bit of ultramarine, a little bit lighter in the foreground, and then for the grasses, they're a combination of the dark ones flicked up with the rigger, and then you can see where I've scraped a few out with the card as well, which gives the impression of the light catching these ones. So I deliberately kept the path nice and light, just so that the shadows would show up better, and then the path sort of winds all the way around to our little pair of figures there, just walking over the brow of the hill there into the great yonder. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. I hope you was painting along with me. Keep practicing. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. The paintings are on eBay. Don't forget the books are on Amazon. Anyone who's interested, all the links are in the description. So keep practicing, and I'll see you again soon.